Hey guys, today we're here with Sophie on our team. She's a newer agent, but she is a rising star. She is kicking butt, and we're going to get to know her, why she even got into real estate, what she's doing so far to kind of jump ahead of most new agents and really get to spend time to get to know her. So, Sophie, thanks for being here. First question is, you're a newer agent. I don't even think you've been licensed for a year, probably less than a year. Why'd you get into real estate? What got you into this crazy world with 87% failure rate?
Yeah, so I actually I was in college and I was studying pre-med. I was about to take the MCAT. I was like 1 month away from it. And I job shadowed a heart surgeon, and it was like the worst experience. I almost passed out a million times. I was in the hospital for like 14 hours. And I realized the hospital wasn't for me. So I decided to make a switch, and I actually flew out to visit my brother who lives here. And I was like, I need to live in Arizona for sure. Like, this is my place. I'm sick of the cold weather. And real estate kind of just happened one day when me and my brother were driving down the street, and we were looking at all these houses, and he was like, well, how do you feel about real estate? You're really good with people. You love helping people. So I did my research. I looked into it and kind of just took the leap, and I'm glad I did.
That's awesome. I'm glad you did too, because you're kicking butt. So some stats that I don't even know if you know, or most of you people know, and in a traditional, normal, balanced market, not the market we're in, but a market with lower interest rates, the average agent takes 6 months to get their first deal. Now in 2024, I imagine the number's a lot higher. You've definitely done better than that. So your first deal was actually a listing, and you're kind of becoming a good listing agent quickly in your first year, when most newer agents, their first several transactions are only working with buyers. Talk to us a little bit about what you think has helped you at least find your first transaction and then find a listing, where most people really struggle. The average agent sells 4 to 5 homes a year, and that's an average person. So talk to us about, kind of what have you been doing so far as a newer agent? What kind of things have you been doing that's kind of pushed you along in the right direction?
So I'm definitely more of an in-person type of person. I like having face-to-face conversations, but my first listing was actually from a cold call. So
Dang, that's so cool.
yeah, so it was a cold call for buying a house. And she was like, I don't want to buy a house, but I want to sell my house. And so, yeah, from there, we, had the listing appointment, and we got along really well. She's amazing. And after that, what I've found works best is the expired letters that you taught me. So basically, when houses come off the market, we drop a letter at their door that says, your house didn't sell. We want to help you. And the success rate for those is pretty high. I mean, I didn't drop that many, and I had 2 people reach out to me from that. So
That's awesome. Just following directions. So being a newer agent, you're on a team, obviously you're on Living Arizona. What do you like about the team? What do you think has the team helped you move your business forward? What do you like? Anything that you would want to share about? Because there's a lot of different directions you can go. As a real estate agent, you can go solo, you can join a team. It's kind of the wild, wild west. It's a free-for-all. So you chose to join our group, which we're super happy. You're a big part of our team now. And what do you like about it? And kind of what are your thoughts on the team moving forward?
I would say my favorite part about being on this team specifically is the environment that we have. We all get along super well, and we all motivate each other to do the best that we possibly can. I was with a brokerage prior, and the mentor that I had, we just, we didn't talk for months. And what I found here is we have individual mentors, and we have you as our team lead. And so there's all these people that are kind of making you be the best version of yourself. So we never go into a week or a weekend not ready to win. We have our Monday meetings and we have our Friday meetings. So I think that that's my favorite part of the team, is probably the motivation and the environment that we have.
Yeah. And it's just growing and getting better. I think you guys all motivate me. Like when you were like, I did the letter and I got a new listing, I was pumped. I'm like, oh, I need to go get one too. So I think you guys are all so important to the team. It's not a dictatorship. It's not I'm the team leader, here's what you guys do. It's like the group collectively, we're all moving each other forward. I think that's what I feel. I get motivated by you guys, and I get inspired by you guys. So Now let's give some advice to another new agent, because you've been in the business a little while. You're not seasoned yet, but you're new, but you've kind of felt the clunkiness, the sporadic nature of our business, how it can feel frustrating, hard, scary, confusing. Are there any words of wisdom that you would share with somebody who's thinking about getting into real estate or is trying to get their license, right? Anything that you would share that maybe would help like a Sophie a year ago or 6 months ago even?
Yes. Definitely join a team. I think joining this team was the best thing I could have done for myself getting started. And I will also say the first few months where you're not necessarily seeing any reward from all the work that you're putting into it, that's like a really tough time. And it's easy to get defeated. But especially when you're on a team like ours, I know that eventually it'll pay off and I'll have success like everyone else on the team. So kind of just believe in yourself and don't give up in the beginning because it'll all eventually come along.
I hope you guys watch that. I wish every new agent could just bottle up and take that, because the truth is a lot of people will fail. We can give them as much as we can. A lot of people will fail, 87% failure rate, right? But the truth is that first 3-6 months, it's clunky. It's hard. You might go do 30 open houses and get nothing. You might be in the office every day dialing at nothing. And then 4, 5, 6 months in, bang, you're like, oh my gosh, I got a deal. Your first deal, cash, 2-week close, bang, bang, get you another listing. Like, you just got to stay the course. But I think real estate's not for the weak-hearted. Personally, I don't think it's for the soft people who are like, I'm going to quit after 2 or 3 months because I don't see anything. So that's why I'm so proud of you, because you were consistent. You're like, I'm just going to keep doing it. And then bang, it happened. And then now you just got to keep understanding that's kind of a feeling that's never going to go away. You just have to keep pushing. Yeah. Right. What do you like about real estate so far? And what makes you, another good question I should ask is, what do you think makes you special or different out there right now?
I would say my ability to connect with people. All of my clients I have a really good relationship with, and I truly care about them like they're my family. I would fight till the death for my client.
I've already seen it.
Yeah.
She really will do that. Watch out.
So I think just my ability to connect and make relationships genuinely, I feel like all of my clients think that they're my only client because of how much effort and time that I put into them. So I think my dedication and relationships is probably what sets me apart.
Yeah. Yeah. Where do you think you want to take your career over the next 3 to 5 years? What would make you happy? If I could just wave a magic wand and be like, this would make me happy if this is where I could be in the next 3 to 5 years, whatever comes to mind.
I think that I've gotten asked this question before, and I think that I'll always be on a team. I don't ever see myself being an independent solo agent. I love the environment that we have and everything that the team brings. So I think that I'll for sure still be on a team.
That's probably a good place that you and I relate. I've always been on or involved in teams my entire career. Always. And I was able to get to be the number 26th producing realtor in all of the Valley. I was able to sell 80 million still being on a team, right? I've always been on teams or part of teams. And I think that's something where I agree with you. Teams have helped change my whole life. I've met such cool people who are my friends. I mean, even my very first mentor, if he's watching this, Ray Laker from Tucson, Ray changed my life. I'm not on his team anymore because I moved out of Tucson. If I was still down there, I still would be there. Like, the stuff I learned from him changed my whole life. And my buddies who had gotten to real estate at the same time as me 12 years ago were like, don't do a team, don't give up your split. I don't even know if they're still in the game now, but Ray is, and I am. So like, those people really poured into me and taught me a lot. Great question. Is real estate so far, is it a passion or is it a purpose for you? What do you feel?
I feel like real estate is a passion. We don't go out and sell houses and help people buy houses because we have to. We do it because we really want to. And that comes from probably a purpose, a deep-rooted purpose to help people and make sure that along the way we're changing lives.
Yeah, I've seen that. Your first transaction, newer agent, you followed exactly what we teach, but you also went above and beyond. You helped that seller go out, which was probably an hour drive for you, clean her home, get the tenants out, prep it, right? You really did more than the average agent does on your very first transaction. So clearly it's a passion and it is your purpose to help people. So we're super proud of yourself. Can't wait to see where she goes. Guys, thanks for tuning in. And if you're looking for an agent in the Valley, somebody who is passionate and who will actually fight for you, like she means business, she will go do what it takes to get you a deal, hit up Sophie. She's your girl. You've got to get to know her and connect with her.